so amazing to be here today, and first of all, I really want to thank the organizers for taking their time to organize such an amazing event. And when I was invited to come speak here, I couldn't say no because I've seen Daisy's journey as a women makers and I cheerlead her very much. And I was like, yes, I have to come here. I was scheduled to come, I think last year, but I couldn't make it. My husband got sick, so I decided to stay back home. But I was like, yes, I have to come to this one. So please, again, a round of applause for everybody that made it today. It's pretty early in the morning, so let's clap. And because this is a technical conference, one thing that I was thinking as Daisy picked me up, like in the morning today, I was thinking, wow, she's doing such an amazing job in a local community level. And when she explained the barriers of moving from, let's say, here to the Silicon Valley, like almost 2 hours, I couldn't think of how inaccessible that is. And then thinking of her and the organizing team just trying to bring tech back home, it really touched my heart. So great job again with you. Let's clap for the organizers. Hats off to you all. Now, my talk today is going to pick this particular session is because I know many of us from time to time want to become experts. I'm an expert in Android. I've been doing Android now for a decade. And for those who don't know, how many of us here use an Android? Let me see. Ooh, okay, this is crazy. Okay, I feel pretty proud. Because mostly, in most of the conferences I've been to, people use iPhones. I call them iOS. So what mobile is when I say I'm an Android expert, is I've been building for the Android applications for all these years. And it's been a super great journey. Now, let's see what actually being an expert means in your career. So it just means you taking ownership and being that thought leader in your particular field. Now, I spoke to the mayor earlier in the morning and she mentioned she'd been doing nursing for so many years. And she's an expert already. So you might be doing something for so many years. I feel like once you hit the 10-year mark, you're already an expert. And from there, you can choose how you proceed with your path. Now, in technology, however, there's something that I always like to mention. And to me, I feel like being an expert is just offering feedback about the product, for instance, in Android, because I get to be an insider. So what is an insider doing in Android? So before Android releases anything to the developers, we get to sit in a round table and listen to the APIs that they're building, and then we can give feedback way in advance. So that has really been very helpful, like deciding way in advance how those products will affect us. Now, why is this very important? I feel like this is very important because I feel like in the AI world right now, there's so many things that are changing. We will need more experts in so many fields to make those early decisions and help other people make good decisions in advance. Also, to me, being an expert means just an authoritative voice. Again, everywhere that I go, I feel like since Google said I'm an expert, because now I'm connecting the community and being able to share. Now, also being an expert to me means owning your craft. What does owning your craft mean? From time to time, and I feel like this is okay. Many people, careers are different, right? Let's say, for instance, you started as a Java developer, and then you end up as a web developer, and then you move to, let's say, Android. How does that career path look like? Do you become an expert? I feel like to me, one thing that I found to be a challenge is that once you move into different many steps, you don't concentrate on it as much. I mean, like, think about it as a doctor, right? Think about a doctor, right? The doctor specializes in one particular field. So they become better at it because they've been doing it for so many years. That's the same way I thought about Android. When I started doing it, I was like, wow, do I really want to move away and do something different? I did not do that. I decided to just stick with Android, and over the years, I feel like right now, even when I sit down and code, it's so easy. I'm just like, I can even flex, like, oh, this one goes here, this one goes here. Like, I can connect dots pretty fast. So it's being that, like, you're owning your own craft. And then finally, being an expert also means community outreach. Like, being out here, right? Trying to explain to you why these things are important. Now, I also did listen to the mayor today. Thank you so much for sharing with me. And she said something very important about cybersecurity. That's also another field where we need many people. And you might be an expert in something different, but I feel like if you're an expert in something different, you can always try something new. So you may just look at the schedule, see something that really resonates with what you want to do, and go to it and listen to what people are talking about and see if it interests you. And if it does, you can also work towards becoming good at it and also leading as an expert authority. Now, the community work is not easy, it's pretty tough. So becoming an expert in a chosen field now really demands a lot of, first of all, dedication, continuous learning, and also unwavering commitment. I mean, to me, I feel like I've seen this progress through the stuff that I'm doing. I mean, look at me, I flew from New York to way very far to come meet all of you. So that's unwavering dedication. So I've been very happy about doing this. Now let's see what else, like being an expert with. So you first of all need to also have the boundaries of knowledge. You challenge existing paradigm and also continue to advance in the domain. So when I mentioned advancing the domain, I mean, in the sessions where we invited to be inside us for Android, which is Android is used by over, as of 2023, 3.6 billion users around the world. So being able to be, oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that, yeah. So being able to give feedback way in advance before those ideas are pushed out really means a lot to me and really touches my heart because I know I'm making an impact without having so many people knowing what I'm actually doing as an insider. So look for those programs. I will also, at the end of the talk, I'll talk about the programs where you want to become an expert, you can connect with and also see how you can start and if it's something that interests you. And most of us are already experts without even knowing. So you can just kickstart that, mostly in community contribution. Let's say contribution to the community or just being out here speaking about my actual knowledge. I did not do it in my early career. I started just speaking the other day, like 2021, after the pandemic. So I spent most of the time just trying to understand my craft pretty well. So I feel like that's very important because you don't want to be in a situation where you're encountered by a question and you don't know how to respond to it. But one thing that I've learned is that if you get a question that you're not able to answer, always be honest, right? You don't know the answer and you look into it. I feel like that's great leadership where you're able to explain that you'll reach out there and also explain later. Now, asking for feedback is very important too. As an expert, you need to be able to ask for feedback from other people. For instance, in every talk I give, I always ask for feedback and see how I can improve on my talks or even my teaching because I've been able to do a couple of technical talks and teach other people. And then, being an expert, it's about dedication too. And you need to be passionate about it, like be passionate about what you're doing. So if you're here today and you're thinking, over 5 years of experience being doing that particular thing, and then go support you. You get the community, you get to make impacts way in advance, like making that technical impact way in advance. You get to share feedback, you get to reach out to the community, to mentor. There's a lot that you can do. And then I've just connected a couple of things here on how you can join for anybody that's interested. Because being an expert to me, in my own journey, has really been very impactful. And this is just through growing my career, helping me navigate this tech industry, and also getting a community. Because in tech, sometimes it might feel like we're alone, but once you get the community around you, it feels much better. So I'm hoping something here is inspired to try being an expert. And again, I've said something in the beginning. Most of us here are already experts. It's just that you need a program to help you elevate that. And then again, like I mentioned with slides too, you need to have that passion. You also need to know, do I need to connect with the community? And I would also highly encourage anybody here that really wants to contribute to the local community. You can start contributing by coming to the events that they organize and also sharing your knowledge. And that was actually the key point of my talk. We might have so many experts already, so ensure that if you have that knowledge, come share it out with others. Because from time to time we're looking for speakers and we don't know where to start, it might be hard, but be available to the community, be available to share that knowledge that you have with others, because you're already an expert in the field. And it's always continuous learning. I like to mention that because that's what software is about. We are always learning. And thank you very much.